Hi guys, Master Glab here. I'm here to talk about the WOTF or World Olympic Taekwondo Federation trip to Korea coming up in June. Just to answer any questions you have and give a little bit more information. So let's get started. We're going to review what WOTF is, how the championship that's part of this event is run, the tourist spots we're going to go, and then any other common questions that anyone might have about this trip. So we did our first trip actually back then in June of 2024 with WOTF. We went to Incheon, Seoul, and Muju. So we're doing almost the same thing again. So first things first, though, what is WOTF? So WOTF is World Olympic Taekwondo Federation. It was created by Master Moon, an Olympic gold medalist in sparring. He won the 2004 Olympic medal in Athens. And since then, he's been traveling around the world to run seminars and teach and inspire students to get better in their own training. He now works with masters from all over the world and brings in coaches and trainers to share their knowledge and their history with students so that way they can become well-rounded martial artists. It's great when you're a big fish in a little pond, but being a little fish in a big pond, you get to learn so much more from so many other people and get such a great point of view. So these are some pictures of our training. The top picture is of Master Moon sparring seminar. The bottom picture is with a couple of coaches who run forms competition teams. So it was really great. We learned a lot of knowledge from them. This time around, we're looking forward to doing so again. So the way that they run the championship and the event is those masters and coaches get together to set the rules, and they've sent them out in the packet already. If you don't have a packet, it should be attached in an email, or you can get one from us at the front desk. But the WOTF championship is run similar to the Alliance for Traditional Martial Arts, the ATMA championship, the way that we do it in November. It'll be 4 people to a division. They will come up. There are set forms that they're required to do and set techniques. They will be required to do both of those forms. So for first degree black belts, they usually do choreo and kumgang. Now it is broken down by age, by rank, and gender. So if you can't find what forms you're supposed to do, go into the packet or ask one of the masters and we will help you find what you need to do. But what you do is you would perform those 2 forms. Then they would pick the winner from each group, groups of 2 and 2, and they would enter that final round, just like we do for ATMA. For sparring, it is an extremely high level, and there are national champions from all over the world who train for the teen and adult division. For students who are interested, though, on the younger side, the rules are the same as they would be for any other competition. If you're interested in sparring, it's definitely something I would follow with Master Edwards to go over how competitions are usually run, but they will be run in accordance with what he currently does with his competition team. The way that it works is everyone gets an ID tag with what they're doing, and there's a hold area where they will be called from. Each group will get a ring. They will go to their ring and be guided through the process. Once they are done for the day, and they can watch everyone else. There is a break in between the forms competition and the sparring where demos were performed by really famous demo teams from Korea. So it was a nice treat to see as well. So we will be spending about 3 days in Muju. Muju is about 3 hours from Seoul. It's where the Taekwondo Park is located. The Taekwondo Park has dorm rooms for everyone, multiple training rooms. There's an outdoor training park, an observation deck, as well as a museum about Taekwondo and its history. So that will be the first place that we go. We'll be there for 3 days. The first day, we'll get a tour. We will get to watch a performance, a demo performance by the black belts who train there and are on the Muju demo team. And then we will get a couple of presentations. One of them is even by Grandmaster Barlow, which would be really cool to see him presenting in Korea. The second day is full of different training seminars from those masters and coaches that Master Moon works with. So there will be a bow staff seminar with Grandmaster Lee. There'll be a sparring seminar with Master Moon, a demo trick kicking seminar, and a forms seminar. The third day we are there, it will be the competition. On the following day, we will be leaving Muju and heading to Seoul. And that's where more of the tours will start to happen once we get to Seoul. So we're going to be going to lots of different places in Seoul. As you can see here, it's got a list of all the places. This is also found in that packet. that has all the rules for the competition and all that other information. The Gyeongbokgung Palace is one of the major palaces there are four in Seoul, but it is the major one. People go there and it is beautiful to see these traditional buildings, the layout, and the greenery and scenery there. There's a picture of all of us dressed up in what's called hanbok, which is traditional Korean clothing from when we went there on the last trip. When you wear traditional Korean garb, you get to go into the palace for free. So we will be going there. Across from Gyeongbokgung in that area is Cheongwade, which is the Blue House. So it's kind of the equivalent to the White House. It's where the Korean president is. We will be near that area and we will get to see that. The street that crosses in between that area is called Insadong, and it's a traditional street area where you'll find shops with calligraphy and other traditional items. If people wanted to purchase a hanbok or get postcards, that's the place to go. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's got great food and a lot of tea shops there as well. We will also be going to the War Memorial in Yeongsan. The War Memorial is also a museum. It's a beautiful site. It's a very touching tribute. There's a couple of statues and honoring moments outside of the museum itself to honor the Korean War and all the sacrifices. And outside, there's actually a pillar for every single country that helped South Korea during the war. So the United States has one as well that lists all the information about what they did for Korea during the war. There's an area outside where it has military vehicles and it shows the progression of them through time. And inside is a museum that talks about how things have changed in modern warfare compared to traditional warfare through history. Talks about Hwarang, which is actually a traditional group of warriors, and the progression of martial arts as well. It's a very beautiful and touching museum, and very informal. There's a picture on the screen of a turtle ship, which is one of the inventions of the Koreans made for war. It's very interesting. I have lots of books about it if anyone's interested. But underneath the picture with the flags, that is the entrance to the War Memorial. We'll also be going to the National Museum of Korea. There's a picture of a throne on the side that's taken from that museum. It's got 3 levels. It's got the history of Korea. It's got monuments that representing Buddhism and the different dynasties, as well as an international section with art from all over the world. It is one of the biggest museums in Korea and a really, really beautiful museum. It reminds me, if anyone's ever been to the Met, so it reminds me of the Met Museum in New York City. We'll be going to a street called Myeongdam. It's a shopping area where there's a lot of beauty products and pop culture references in Korea. It's also by the tower, the tower in Korea that everyone sees. So that's over there as well. And it's got a lot of great restaurants. We'll go to Gwangjang Market as well as Namdaemun Market. They're both traditional markets where people can trade and barter for goods, as well as get some amazing street food. So they're very popular with street food and shopping and getting really great deals. We will also be going to Dongdaemun, which is more of a modern area where it's very much so known for its fashion. So there's lots of shopping for clothing and other fashion items there and pop culture. There's also a beautiful plaza there that's designed to be very modern, where lots of events take place. We'll be going to Hongdae Street. Hongdae is more of their young pop culture area where there are a lot of restaurants, but it's really populated by mostly college students. There's a lot of shopping there for beauty products, for clothing, for multiple different things. And it's a really, really art and music inspired area where there's street performances and artists on the street. So it's a very fun area to walk through. Yeonam-dong is another area where it's known for its restaurants. There are also a couple of parks there. So that will be another site that we go to. And then Sky Seoul and Lotte World. Sky Seoul is one of the largest towers in Korea, and Lotte World is connected to it. It's the biggest indoor amusement park with an outdoor section in Korea. It's their equivalent to Disney World. It's not as big as Disney World, but it's a really fun time. There are rides, there are things that you can do there, parades. So it's a great experience to go there as well. Most of these places are the places to go when you travel to Seoul. They're very big pop culture places. They're very big cultural influential places to go to that have So much to share, and so much to see. So some common questions that people have about some of the stuff. When you go to Korea, while the language is obviously Korean, almost everything you see will have an English sign or an announcement in English as well. So it'll be very easy to communicate any concerns, anything that you need while you are there. What's really great about WOTF is they hire and bring in people from all over the world who speak Korean and other languages to help translate and support and guide while you are there. And also, Grandmaster Burlow and I have been there before, so we'll be happy to help in any way that we can. The food there is diverse. There is something for everyone, but we will be eating a lot of Korean style food. The big ones that you will most likely see and most likely experience include Korean barbecue, which is when they grill the meat in front of you, and they do pork, they do beef in different ways, but it's all really delicious. And I'm sure everyone can find something that even have vegetarian options. Dumplings are really big there. There's something called jang, which is a black bean sauce. We had that a couple of times while we were there. It's usually poured over noodles with potatoes and pork. And bulgogi, which is a seasoned meat, is also very popular there. But if you have any concerns about food allergies, I have food allergies and have been there and eaten comfortably there and would be happy to answer any questions. And even for picky eaters, there's always something. The weather there is the same as New York. So if we're going there for June and July, it'll be around the same temperature, the same feeling. It doesn't get too muggy, it doesn't get too dry, but it does get very hot in the summer. Um, for transportation while we're there, they will be providing us with group transportation on buses. But in the happenstance that you decide to go off on your own or need to get to and from the airports, their public transportation system is phenomenal. They have buses and a modern train system where everything is in English and Korean, and the map for it is very easy to read. They also have international taxis. They have two different colored taxis in Korea. One is colored for international drivers where they speak multiple languages, and the other one is just people who speak Korean. So it'll be very easy to get around. Now, who should go for this trip? This trip is open to all UMAC families. We'd love to share all of this with you. It is once in a lifetime experience, and it's one of the most memorable experiences of your martial arts career. And it is one of the greatest things that I know that I've had the opportunity to do with Grandmaster Burlow and on my own. I do recommend it for students who are interested in doing and seeing and experiencing more. And for families who want to be exposed to that culture and have an adventure together, it's a great trip. For students who want to compete, there is no Division 4 Dragons if any younger students are interested in the competition, but there is plenty of opportunity for higher ranking students and black belts. If you have any questions about the competition, the trip, the flight itself, please reach out. I'd be happy to help. We will be going for the trip. It starts June 25th, so we will probably be leaving around that day and plan to book flights in December to get the cheapest rate as possible and stay together as a group. While the trip officially ends July 5th, Grandmaster Burlow and our associates at Hwarang will be staying an extra day. So we have one free day for everyone to explore as they would like. So we plan to come back on July 6th. The flight is about 12 to 15 hours, depending on the path and the company that we book through. It is a very comfortable flight, though, on the airlines that host it, and it does fly by really quickly. They're usually timed so you can sleep overnight on the plane, so that way the jet lag doesn't hit as badly. But if you have any other questions, please reach out and let us know. We hope you can join us for this amazing experience. Thank you.